What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome back to some more Dead Space 3, and we're on Chapter 18 now, Kill or Be Killed. And this is gonna be tedious because I'm gonna have to do commentary, post-commentary for this video and the next video, because, like I said in the last part, I had that whole glitch, or I don't really know if it's a glitch. It's a glitch. It's some weird fucking thing happened and all of the live commentary audio cut out at this point in the video. And then what I was also noticing is that the recording was like, as I was playing this part of the game, I was constantly looking up at my computer because that's what I do. I look at my monitor and see, you know, what's going on there to make sure nothing wrong is going on. And freaking, it was like 5 minutes behind, and the wavelength or the sound wavelength thing for the freaking live commentary, which is just from my internal microphone on my computer, it looked kind of odd. So I kind of assumed that this was going to happen. I hoped it wouldn't have happened, but you know, it happened. So I'm stuck here doing post commentary. This guy scared the shit out of me. I remember when I was, you know, playing through this last night, that guy jumped out and I didn't see his body at all laying there. So yeah, I've marked the points in the video where there's dialogue and stuff, so I'm gonna like stop talking whenever there's dialogue so you guys can hear what they're saying and follow the story still and all that. So there's some dialogue coming up right now, I think. Yep. So in 3, 2, and 1.
If you've made it this far, you are now deep in the heart of the machine. From here, there appear to be 2 primary configuration points. One to the west that you have no doubt already activated, and another to the north. If they can be properly controlled, well, to be honest, I don't exactly know what will happen. The only advice I can offer is this. Be observant. The clues are out there.
Alright, so we're closing in on the machine. The heart of the machine. Actually, we're in the heart of the machine right now, I think. Honestly, I didn't even listen to what fucking that Dr. Serrano guy said because I just skipped through that dialogue. I've already heard it. You know, I've played this game like fucking... I don't even know how many times I've beaten this game. I've beaten this game a lot of times. I haven't beaten this game as much as I've beaten the second game. You know, that's a fact. I've beaten the second game so many freaking times. And yeah, we got some necromorphs right here. You know what? If there's one necromorph in this game, one new necromorph that I do not fucking like, that they, you know, introduced in this game, it would have to be these guys right here. These hacker guys are just so annoying, and you know, they're not really challenging to fight. They're just annoying the way they're constantly running at you, and it's hard to fucking shoot them sometimes when they get really up close and in your face. But yeah, I don't like these guys at all. They kind of contradict what this, you know, the gameplay has been like for these past 3 games. You know, it's always been about dismemberment, and those guys, you know, you could totally blow the top half of those guys off and they'll still fucking come at you with like their tentacles and everything. But yeah, there's a lot of... I had to fight a lot of necromorphs in this part. I'm just warning you guys right now. I get into some pretty big fucking fights. This is a huge fight that I actually got into, that we're about to get into right now, that I'm about to get into with all these freaking stalkers and all that. I don't know. I mean, it got so bad that, what's it called? I started running out of ammunition, and I had to just like haul ass through a lot of these enemies and just avoid fighting them altogether, because there's not a lot of spots you can place the scavenger bot here in this locate, and yeah, in this location. I don't know why I'm stuttering so fucking badly. I'm really tired. Had to get up early as shit to go to school. How did I let that guy hit me, man? Like, oh my god. Sometimes I watch the way I play this game while I'm editing it. Obviously, I watch the way I play. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You could have easily just done this or done that. But, you know, I always make it too fucking difficult on myself when I'm playing this game, it seems. I don't know. I need to stop beating myself down constantly, but yeah, there's a fuck ton of stalkers here, as you can tell, and aesthetically, I love the way this area looks right here. This room just has such a cool look to it, with like the green glow up at the top, the markers, and all that shit. Yeah, then they start trying to flank me from the left side, and I'm just like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. But, yeah, see how annoying those guys are? You know, they get on my nerves, I swear. Yeah, that stalker was a dumbass charging at me. And, I think we're about to win this fight pretty soon. No, there's like 3 stalkers left. They made the stalkers a whole lot easier to fight in this game than they were in the second game. In the second game, it feels like they were like much more intelligent, and they would like fake you out sometimes, like when they peek behind cover. Like you would think like, oh, they're gonna charge you, but sometimes that didn't happen in the second game. In this game, it just feels like every time they peek around the corner, they're gonna charge at you, regardless of, you know, what sort of danger those fucking necromorphs are putting themselves in. And there's this one guy that I had a little bit of trouble getting, you know, because he kept going around these pillars and trying to hide from me and all that. But yeah, I feel like they made the stalkers too easy to fight in this game. And like I said in like the, I think it was like 2 parts ago, one thing I really don't like about what they did with the stalkers in this game is how, like, now they will literally just charge at you sometimes without warning, without, you know, letting out that screech that they usually let out. They'll just fucking charge at you. And sometimes these combat, you know, these rooms with all this combat in them, they get so hectic to the point to where, like, you know, there's gonna be stalkers and all sorts of necromorphs coming at you from all different directions. So it just feels unfair to me. But, you know, I'm not 100% complaining about it because we've fully upgraded our armor. So it's like I could take a fucking RPG to the face probably, and I only lose about a quarter of my health, but that's just because I'm such a nerd and I have to collect resources like crazy because I'm just OCD for all that shit. Progress saving. These flying sections are actually really fucking cool. I like them a lot. I love the sound design too when Isaac goes up into the air and just psh, like, it's just my favorite fucking sound design in the game, or some of my favorite, you know, moments of sound. This game has a lot of epic moments. I mean, say what you will about this game, you love it, hate it, think it's okay. I'm sort of the type of person who thinks this game is okay, honestly. I don't hate this game, but I don't love it either. In fact, I am getting kind of tired of this game, and I want this playthrough to end, but, you know, we're getting through it. But there's a lot of fucking insane action moments in this game. This game probably has the best set pieces out of all the Dead Space games. It's kind of like Uncharted 3, you know? I forgot what Uncharted 3 was called. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. How, you know, the first game didn't really have that many set pieces in it. Just like the first Dead Space game didn't really have any set pieces in it. It was more focused on the gameplay and just the atmosphere. But what's it called? The second game brought a lot of action into the franchise, and then this game I feel like just perfected that action. Yes, it did abandon the horror like altogether, which a lot of people hate. You know, honestly, the things that I don't like about this game, my annoyances with this game, are mostly story related. Just the bullshit love triangle between Ellie, Norton, and Isaac is so unnecessary, and it just doesn't need to be there. Thankfully, Norton's dead now, so we don't have to worry about that shit anymore. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how they make the characters expendable in this game, too. It's almost like they were following the stereotypical, you know, Hollywood horror movie cliche where they introduced all these characters, which are all, like, pretty much going to be dead by the end of the game, and are given, like, virtually no character development whatsoever. I don't like that about this game. I think the villain is, like, the weakest out of them all, because he's just... Again, he's just the stereotypical villain who has all these opportunities to get the job done and kill Isaac, but he just monologues on and on and on about shit that is just stupid and idealistic. But, just make your way through here. Watch out for these, you gotta watch out for these freaking organic mine things here. And that freaking thing right there, whatever that was. Oh, I think that was one of those mines, but, yeah.
The invasive growth in this area has made it difficult to make much progress. Dig teams continue to get caught in the ancient, sticky webbing. There is no doubt in my mind that the devices above are essential to the configuration of this alien machine. Based on my observations of the alien script, it could be a sort of amplifier made to boost the signal or power source when properly aligned.
Man, I'll tell you, that Serrano guy, he's pretty intelligent, he's pretty crafty. Or not crafty, he's pretty clever. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my god. See, this is why I do not like doing post-commentary, because it's like, after a minute or two, you know, this is just how it's always been with me, like, after like a minute or two, it's like, you don't know what to say anymore. You're just like, you're watching gameplay that you're familiar with, because it's like you've already played through that particular part multiple times, and now you have to do commentary all over again. This is why I prefer live commentary, because it's like with live commentary you can get obviously more genuine reactions out of the YouTuber, and I get fucking swarmed here. It's, you know, I started getting annoyed too in my live commentary. I started ranting about the fact that I'm trying to solve this freaking puzzle and these necromorphs keep coming out at me, and I'm like, can you just let me solve this fucking puzzle? But one thing I will say I love about these fucking telekinesis pads is the fact that you can literally pull necromorphs, oh my god. You can pull limbs off of necromorphs while they are still moving and stuff. That's, you know, amazing, because it's like, this is probably the one section of the game, like if there's one part, you know, to this game where, you know, you're gonna lose a lot of ammunition, it's this last like hour and a half of the game where the fights get really, really intense. So it's like you have to conserve ammunition, so therefore, you know, having the ability to just do that, you know, one, it's super fucking OP, you know, it makes Isaac basically a fucking god, you know, necromorph killer. Actually, he's been a necromorph killer for the past 3 games, man. But yeah, it makes me feel like a god when I could just do that, just fucking pull their limbs off, and it's just so much fun. There's so much satisfaction in pulling their limbs off with those telekinesis pads. But yeah, around here I start to figure this puzzle out. This puzzle's not too difficult, and these tentacle things kept fucking bothering me, as you can see. But really, I mean, you just gotta look at the center one and look at the pattern of the shapes and all that on like the tips and all that. And when you figure the pattern out, then you can move these around to make it work, essentially, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't make any sense, you're about to see what I'm doing in, you know, in about a minute or so. But yeah, these tentacle guys, I think these tentacle guys just keep spawning too. I don't think they ever die. But thankfully the necromorphs aren't constantly pursuing you. That tentacle flew all the way fucking over there to like this really freaking far pillar right here. But yeah, I'm about to solve the puzzle right now, and just do what I do and you'll get this done like no problem whatsoever. It does take a little too long to spin these things, but it's not too long, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, just gotta be chill.
Alright, just got the power line. Looks like it opened another activation terminal. We're getting closer to fixing this machine, Carver.
Isaac, what are you doing?
Finishing something that should have been done a long time ago.
Well, stop it! You're tampering with things you know nothing about.
Right back at you, jackass.
You gotta love the savageness of Isaac. He is quite a savage when he is pissed off. But yeah, here as you can see, like I barely have any ammunition left, so I think at this point I decided to just like run through all this shit. But yeah, oh my god. Yawn! I'd rather be sleeping right now than doing this, but whatever. I'm gonna stop complaining about this bullshit and just do the commentary already.
Well, you've successfully turned the city into a giant pretzel. Now what?
If Serrano's right, I should be able to return to the first activation point to enter the final setting.
What happens then?
Hey, I work on spaceships,
Not
don't I?
alien machines, right?
Alright, so I believe we're making our way back now to the one spot where, you know, we use kinesis to slide the blue orb things up those weird marker statuette things or whatever. I don't know, I'm really bad at describing stuff, but yeah, I missed this freaking supply crate the first time. But there is a lot of backtracking. I don't mind it as much in this section for some reason of the game, because it's like, you know, they don't force you to fight all of these enemies. If you really wanted to, you could just run through these rooms without fighting any of the enemies. It'd probably be pretty hard in like the earlier parts where you have to unlock the doors with the alien glyphs, but it's manageable. I've done it before. But, you know, I tried fighting necromorphs for as long as I could. But, you know, obviously, we're struggling with ammunition, so we can't really fight any of them. But we're going to be going back to the bench pretty soon, actually, in just a moment, I believe, because the scavenger bot is going to return.
This isn't the way, Isaac. There is a future for you, for all of us.
Leave me alone, Danik.
You can see them again, Isaac. Everyone you've lost along the way. It's a future with no regrets.
I have no regrets, Danik. One way or another, this will all be over soon.
Isaac!
Yeah, he's a pretty stereotypical villain. I really do not like Danik at all in this game. I don't know which YouTuber, I think it was Mandalore Gaming, he did a review for this game, and he compared Danik to fucking Elton John, which I thought was just the funniest shit ever, because it's like, he looks just like him, which is super fucking hilarious. I don't know if that was what the developers were intending to do when they, you know, designed his character, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like with this game, it's just a little bit above mediocre, because for every, you know, shortcoming this game had, like, every shortcoming in this game, every, like, inconsistency in the plot and annoying character decisions and lines and all that bullshit, there's equally, you know, a lot of fun moments in this game too. The gameplay is still a lot of fun, and that's why I you know, have revisited this game as much as I have, you know, and haven't fucking traded it in or sold it, because usually when I don't like a game, I just trade it into GameStop, which I know is technically a waste of money because they don't give you shit, which is complete BS. You know how, like, you pay $60 for a game now, and GameStop only gives you like, I don't know, like $10 fucking dollars. I've heard it's because as soon as one of my friends, he used to work at GameStop, and he told me that as soon as you open up the game, like take the plastic off, it loses like fucking 80% of its value when you do that. Which I thought was just always so fucking stupid, because like if they wanted to, like why couldn't they just like rewrap the fucking game? I mean, they're probably not wrapped up like that, you know, when they're probably not wrapped up like that at the store. They're probably wrapped up like that and then shipped. But I don't fucking know. I don't work at GameStop. I've thought about working at GameStop, but then I've also heard about all of the annoying stories online of people who worked at GameStop, who have worked at GameStop, and excuse me, I don't know if I want to work there, because I've heard that GameStop is just a fucking just twisted, well, I don't really know if twisted's the right word. It's more of like it's a very like sleazy fucking corporation, because like, you know, it is retail technically, I guess, and I've heard that you're basically just hustling credit cards at GameStop, but the people that you're manipulating at GameStop a majority of them are children, which is kind of fucked up, you know, and customers who aren't children are like either like, I don't know, like dudes in their like 20s or 30s who are going to college and just want to buy the game and leave, or they're, you know, parents of those children who just want to get the game and leave. And GameStop has this certain like way of doing things. Like, they have no sustainable business model at all. I can't really see GameStop being around for that much longer, just because of the fact that, you know, now you can download games digitally and you don't have to pay for them anymore. But yeah, why am I talking about GameStop? I don't know why I'm talking about GameStop in, you know, my fucking playthrough for Dead Space 3. Probably because I don't really know what to talk about, because I've already described what we're doing here. We're gonna, you know, make this thing look just like the other image now, and then yeah, we're actually pretty close to the end now of this game, believe it or not. I'm still debating whether or not I want to have post commentary in the final part or not. I'm debating it, but I'm not sure. I still need to think about it. I gotta finish editing this freaking video first.
I know you think you're doing the right thing, but you are wrong, Isaac. You have to let me turn off the machine.
My reinforcements have arrived with a big surprise.
Well, that didn't sound too good. Actually, you know what? Psych. I really don't give a shit, because you don't scare me at all, man. Honestly, you're one of the most least intimidating video game antagonists ever. But yeah, he does actually have something very important. These guys were trying to kick my ass.
Ellie?
Isaac!
You're alive! But how did you...
I escaped those delivery tubes. They called me. Isaac, they're gonna call you up at the... Ah! Let go of me!
Shut up, heretic!
Ah!
I have the codex, Danik. If you want it, you have to find me.
No, I won't. You're heading to the machine. And when you get there, I'll be waiting.
And Ellie is alive, miraculously. I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's not something that is too realistic. It's one of the more unrealistic parts about this game. I get swarmed by fucking unitologists here. They're like just unloading fucking ammo clips into me, but you know, it does go with that whole rule, like, of if you don't see the character die, then they're probably alive. So I can't really blame the game for pulling that twist on the gamers and all that.
Okay, now what? 3 receptacles, 3 statues, 3 markings. What's the final step?
The final step will reveal itself. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm being all freaking vague for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I can't really blame them for trying, you know, to pull that whole twist of Ellie being alive. You know, these games have always been very grounded, and I remember when I first found out that Ellie was still alive, like when I first played through this game, I was like, come on, are you fucking kidding me? But then I was like, you know what? If you really go back and rewind and watch that scene, she could have just ran back, jumped onto that little, like, structure that she was in when we were doing that whole, like, putting Rosetta together, and she could have just crawled up into the vent, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not complaining about it because I really like Ellie. I think she's obviously one of my favorite video game characters. I think she's a pretty cool character. She's strong, she's smart. She's not like the stereotypical fucking, you know, female characters in video games that are like hot as hell and, you know, like freaking Lara Croft from... Actually, no, Lara Croft is pretty smart and intelligent too. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, these unitologists will not leave me alone, as you can tell. But we're about to solve this puzzle pretty soon. It's literally just taking these things out and putting them in their spots. So, with that, I'm actually going to conclude the commentary because there is one last little dialogue bit, and I decided to end the video after that. So, if you guys enjoyed this part, please comment, rate, subscribe. And yeah, we're just putting these pieces in, like I said. This one, I don't know why it wouldn't fucking go in. There we go. That's what she said. That's what she said! Freaking The Office is so hilarious. I need to watch that show again, man. I need to watch those episodes again. I really want to watch that show again, but then it's like 9 episodes, or not 9 episodes. It's like 9 fucking seasons. It's way too long. I just got done watching Parks and Recreation, and I love that a whole lot. But yeah, I think this is the last bench in the game, if I remember correctly. I don't know. But I'm able to craft a decent amount of ammunition. Or at least some ammunition. But yeah, with that, I am going to stop talking and let you guys watch the rest of this. So I will see you guys in the next part. So yeah. Peace out.
All right, Carver. Another door just opened up. We gotta be close to the control center for the Codex. We've done everything else Serrano said to do. I'm heading in.
Well, gone and lost. I suppose the Codex is in Mahad's hands by now, and this place is about to be buried, like every... I remember telling my college professor I wanted to study xenoarchaeology. He laughed right in my face. "There's nothing to study," he said. "It's all dead space. No alien life exists out in the universe." In a way, I guess he was right. There is no life beyond our system. Only a trail of extinction, wrought by the moons. And now, it's right on our doorstep. Well, above us lies the means of turning off the machine, but also the means to complete it. Turning it off will finish our species. Completing it will save us. I had hoped to be here to witness the saving part. It would have been spectacular to witness the moon getting pulled into the planet and crushed to oblivion. A final act by the natives. A sacrifice to save us all. But now, I must rest. Perhaps Tim will be along soon with the Codex.